As you guys are probably well aware of by now, NBA MVP candidate and top 3 player Luka Doncic was traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis on February 2nd around midnight. Since trading Luka and acquiring AD, the Mavs have achieved a record of 6-8 at the time of this recording. Even with this subpar record through 14 games for last season's Western Conference Finals champs, it doesn't even tell half of the story behind the Mavericks' current hell-like situation. In a span of just 24 hours, this team virtually went from being a legitimate championship contender to a team that may sneak into the playoffs this year at best. Let's talk about the moves of one of the dumbest NBA GMs to ever walk the earth, Nico Harrison, and try to figure out what's next for the Mavericks. Nico Harrison, the idiot that traded Luka to the Lakers, has stated he traded Luka because of him not being part of the team's quote-unquote vision, not fitting the culture, and being out of shape and lazy, and not being a good defender. Aside from the defensive stance, Harrison really just said a bunch of nothing that's not even worth looking further into. Luka Doncic is the same man that willed the Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals as a virtual one-man army back in 2022, and he just led the Mavs to the NBA Finals last year. Whatever being part of the culture or the vision is, sure enough, it must have been worth it to trade a walking 30-point triple-double threat in his mid-20s for a 31-year-old injury-prone star that maybe has 4 more good years in him. Thus far, the aftermath of the trade is just as good for the Lakers as it is bad for the Mavericks. LA has a record of 11-2 since picking up Doncic and currently hold the 2nd seed in the packed Western Conference. Luka is averaging 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists thus far as a Laker. And the scary thing about it is, if the Lakers are already playing at this high level with their new best player, just imagine what they'll look like when Luka builds chemistry with his new teammates, is fully integrated in the LA system, and is fully healed from his lingering calf and knee injuries. Again, since picking up AD, the Mavs are 6-8, and in typical AD fashion, in his first and only game as a Maverick, he dominated. He dropped 26 points, 16 boards, 7 assists, and grabbed 3 blocks, and he got hurt. It's not funny, but this is the most Anthony Davis thing ever if you ask me. Initially, the Mavs' new projected lineup was Kyrie at the 1, Klay at the 2, PJ at the 3, AD at the 4, and Daniel Gafford at the 5. The lineup looked good on paper, but as we now know, AD is out and will potentially be shut down for the season, and most recently, Kyrie is out for the season with a torn ACL. This team now is without their 2 best players thanks to the visionary himself, Nico Harrison. While I understand that injuries happen and that Kyrie has had his share of injuries throughout his career, it's never a good idea to overuse an aging star. Trading for an injury-prone player in AD, who of course got injured, left Kyrie Irving as the team's sole star who had one of the highest usage rates through that short time period. It was a strategy that was not only risky, but also way more likely to fail than to succeed, and the results speak for themselves. Now, if I had to make a guess, I'd say that Nico Harrison was probably one of those overly rich GMs who had no clue about the game of basketball whatsoever and just wanted to buy an NBA team to toy around with. There was also an anonymous staff member of the Mavericks who claimed that Harrison's wife was obsessed with Luka and that's why Luka was traded. There was a theory that the NBA as a whole is behind this trade as a conspiracy to keep the big LA market thriving with Luka Doncic for when LeBron retires. I mean, throughout all the digging I've done to try and find the real reason for this trade, truth is, it probably won't ever come out. Or Nico Harrison is just really that dumb. Regardless though, one thing I do know for certain is that if Nico Harrison ever steps foot in Los Angeles, he will be treated like a god for his generosity. So there you have it. That wraps up this video. I thank you for listening to the very end. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't care what platform you're on. Make sure you're being notified. Hit the notification bell and stay tuned for more episodes. This is Jay the Bass, and I'm out.